there's certain services out there or service industries where they take advantage of their consumers or upcharge things just because they know that you don't know what you're doing or you just want to get the issue fixed and you might pay more than you have to. So in our last video, we talked about the issues we've been having with our oven. If you haven't seen that video, watch that one first. We'll have it linked down below. But we did have someone come today to look at our oven. We talked about how it was $100 just to get them out here and figure out what's wrong with it. I don't really feel like that's worth it because I had actually diagnosed the issue myself, is what I've come to find out. The person was here for about 5 minutes in total, and they scanned our model number, our serial number, and they let me know that they just pressed some buttons on our oven to find out what was wrong with it, to diagnose the issue, basically. And he brought up the code that I had spoke about in our previous video, F6E1. We have all the information here with an over temperature problem or the temperature getting way too high. And while they were here, we talked about sometimes people report that their oven gets so high in temperature and they can't get it to come back down. And he said, well, your house won't burn down or anything. But he talked about how we were lucky because that didn't happen to us, which we're very grateful for that. But overall, the person being here for less than 5 minutes is why I feel a little bit like maybe that wasn't worth it. They let me know that I could pay by card or check, and they would let us know the estimate of how much it would cost to actually fix our problem. So they let us know that someone would call us probably tomorrow. But in this case, we actually ended up getting an email just maybe a couple of hours after they left, letting us know exactly how much it was and what our next steps are. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So obviously this is something that's very important. We're definitely going to get the issue fixed. It's just that overall, we feel that there's certain businesses in America that they kind of take advantage. I remember there was someone I used to work with that talked about how they were like a handyman and they couldn't deal with the job anymore because they were taking advantage of old people and taking their money, and their boss hikes up the price for no reason. So in the back of my mind, that's typically what I think about, just how there's certain services out there or service industries where they take advantage of their consumers or upcharge things just because they know that you don't know what you're doing or you just want to get the issue fixed and you might pay more than you have to get the situation handled. Either way, this person was very nice. They seem like they know what they're talking about, but it didn't make me feel much better when they let me know that they already knew what this issue was before they even got here. I do not recall his exact wording, but he let me know that there was something wrong with the control board in our oven that was causing the issue and causing the overheating. So specifically what's stated here in the diagnostic, it says that the oven, it mentions the code that I spoke about, the F6E1, and that it's overheating and that what we would need is a new control board and a sensor. And in order to even get this scheduled for them to fix the problem, we have to prepay a portion of how much it's going to cost in total. So the breakdown of what's provided, in order to get a new control board, that's going to be $200.78. The new sensor we have to get is $83.57. The part total comes to $284.35, and labor is $218.60. So labor is almost the cost of the parts itself. So altogether, after tax and everything, the total is $539.41. It is nice of them to take off the cost of what we paid for them to come out here. So in addition to what I already paid today, we have to pay $439.72, which would in total be the $539.41.
With that total being about $539 to replace our control board, we've also been looking at another oven of the same brand, the same exact oven, and that one is looking about $699 with the sale included. And with looking up different ovens, we've been getting different advertisements online. And normally we're the type of people to, if something's broke, we try to fix that first instead of buying something new. But we have been looking at new ovens of the same brand, same exact model, and those are looking at to be about $699 with the sale included. And our current oven has a few cosmetic issues that are hard to fix. So when you look at the price of a new oven and the price to repair ours, the difference isn't that much. It's about $100 to $150. So we were just weighing those options.
It would be the fun thing to do to just buy a new oven, especially with the cosmetic issues that Dennis mentioned. We have a few scratches on the surface that we can't fix. But I think that that is the popular thing to do. Like sometimes people have things wrong with their cars. They just want to buy a new car and get a car loan instead. And that's just how the cycle starts. I do believe that saving money is important, to have some type of money put away for things like this, especially when you're in a house, because I do feel like the cycle with debt really starts with us not having a savings account or not having enough money to pay for something that comes up, like your oven going out. I definitely think that it's super important to save money every chance you get. We save at least every month. I definitely think saving a little bit, whether it's $50 or $100, every time you get paid, just to have money put away for a rainy day. This isn't something that's going to impact us a lot. Like, we're glad that it's a small repair. It's not like a roof or an AC going out, something like that. But of course, there's other things that we wanted to do with this money, like we've mentioned before, but ultimately we're glad that it's something that we have the money set aside already for it, and we plan to get taken care of right away. Like I mentioned before, sometimes I do DoorDash and Uber Eats. I actually did that last weekend, so that money will go towards it as well. And it's just going to be something that is a bump in the road. It's not going to impact our mortgage payoff at all. Of course, that's our top priority. We're always going to make sure we have the money set aside for whatever we want to pay on that each month.
Comment down below what you think we should do, or what would you do in our situation. If you're new here, please subscribe. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.